Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, so my name is Sekadat Rati Kusumadewi. For my student number is 23 117 102 and 5. But for today's video, I would like to explain you guys about material morpheme in morphology. So here's the scope of material. So first, I would like to explain about introduction to morphology that include definition and important. And the second is what is morpheme. It includes definition and the types. And the third is type of morphemes is lexical and functional. And number 4 is morphological processes. It includes derivational and inflectional. And number 5 is example of morpheme. And the last is number 6 is conclusion. First material is about introduction to morphology that includes definition and important. So the definition of morphology. So morphology is a fundamental branch of linguistics that focuses on the internal structure of the word. It examines how words are formed, how they relate to one another, and the smallest unit of meaning within them known as morpheme. Morphology is derived from the Greek words called morph, meaning form or shape, and ology, meaning the study of. It can be defined as a study of the structure and formation of words in language. And the importance of morphology. Morphology plays a crucial role in understanding how language functions. It helps linguists analyze word formation pattern and how these patterns contribute to a language lexion. By studying morphology, researchers can gain insight into language development, cognitive processes related to language use, and the historical evolution of languages. The second material is about what is morpheme. It includes definition and type of morpheme. The definition of morpheme. Morphemes are defined as the smallest meaningful unit in language, which can be whole words or part of word that cannot be further defined into smaller meaningful elements. They serve as the building block of words, contributing to their meaning and grammatical function. For example, the word dogs consists of 2 morphemes. First is dog, which is the root, and s, which indicate plurality. And here's the type of morphemes. So we have 2 types of morphemes. There are free morphemes and bound morphemes. So I would like to explain about free morphemes first. So free morphemes are units of meaning that can stand alone as independent words. They do not require additional morphemes to convey meaning and can function independently in a sentence. And for the second is bound morphemes. Bound morphemes cannot stand alone. They must be attached to other morphemes to convey meaning. Bound morphemes are essential for creating new words or altering existing ones, but cannot function independently. For the third material is about types of morphemes, that is lexical and functional. So first, I would like to explain about the lexical. Lexical morphemes are fundamental components of language that carry significant meaning and contribute to the content of sentences. They include nouns, verb, adjective, and adverb, which are essential for conveying the core message in communication. So here's the characteristics of lexical morphemes. So number 1 is meaning units. So lexical morphemes carry the primary semantic content of a sentence. If remove the main message of the sentence would be lost. So for instance, in the sentence, the dog barks, both dog and barks are lexical morphemes that provide essential information about the subject and action. Number 2 is open class. Lexical morphemes belong to an open class of words, meaning new lexical item can be added to the language over time. And number 3 is role in word formation. Lexical morpheme can combine with other morphemes to create compound words. And number 4 is the last is contrast with functional morpheme. Unlike functional morpheme, which serve grammatical purpose such as conjunction or preposition, lexical morphemes primarily convey meaning and context. So for the second is functional morpheme. A functional morpheme is a type of morpheme that cannot stand alone as a word and does not carry substantial meaning by itself. Instead, functional morphemes provide grammatical information and help to connect or difference lexical morpheme or the content-bearing units or meaning in a sentence. So here are the characteristics of functional morphemes. So number one is grammatical rules. So functional morphemes primarily serve to organize and structure sentences. They do not contribute to the core meaning of the sentence but are crucial of its grammatical integrity. So number two is closed class. Unlike the lexical morpheme, which form a open class or allowing new words to be added, functional morphemes belong to a closed class. So number three is free morphemes. Functional morphemes are typically free morphemes, meaning they can appear independently in sentences. However, their individual meaning are often vague without accompanying lexical morpheme. So number four is morphological processes that include derivational and inflectional. So first is derivational. Derivational are affixes, prefixes or suffixes add to a base word or root to create a new word or change the meaning of the original word. They can alter the parts of speech, transforming nouns into verb, adjective into noun. So here's are the characteristics of derivational morphemes. So number one is change in meaning. Derivational morphemes often change the meaning of the base word. And number two is word class change. They frequently change the grammatical category of the base of word. So number three is bound morphemes. Derivational morpheme cannot stand alone. They must attach to a free morpheme or a complete word. And second is inflectional. Inflectional morphemes are suffixes added to a word to express grammatical relationship without changing the base word meaning or part of speech. They provide information about tense, mood, voice, aspect, person, number, gender, and case. And here are the characteristics of inflectional morphemes that number one is no change in meaning. So inflectional morphemes modify a word form but do not alter its core meaning. Number two is grammatical function. They serve specific grammatical function such as indicating tense or number. Number three is bound morpheme. Like the derivational morpheme, inflectional morphemes are also bound and cannot stand alone. Are the examples. So number one is type of morpheme is a free morpheme, and for the definition of free morpheme is can stand alone as a word. And for example, like cat, run, d, and. So number two is bound morpheme. For definition of bound morpheme is cannot stand alone and needs attachment. For example is on, re, as, and ed. So number three is lexical morpheme. So lexical morpheme is definition of carries significant meaning. So for example is dog, happy, quickly. And number four is functional morpheme. The definition is serve a grammatical purposes. For example is but, on, he. And number five is derivational morphemes that change meaning or part of speech. So for example on and teacher, happiness. And for the last is inflectional morphemes that is modifies a word from a grammatical purpose. That for example is cats, play, and taller. So here's our the last slide, which is a conclusion. So for conclusion about this material morpheme is material morpheme are the smallest unit of meaning in a language that carry semantic content. They form the building blocks of word, distinguishing between different meaning and grammatical function. And understanding material morpheme is essential for analysis, language structure, enhancing vocabulary, or improving linguistic comprehension. By recognizing how these morphemes combine to create word, we can gain deeper insight into the So that's all about my video, the explaining of material about morphemes. So thank you so much guys for watching. If I have a mistake when I explain this material, I will do apologize to you guys. And thank you so much guys. We'll see you next video. I will close this video with Paramasanti. Santi, Santi, Santi.